And welcome back to the show. Let's read some of your viewer comments. First up, we have a comment about our co-host last week, not named Rick Unger. David says, I hope the co-host who blatantly lied about Dr. Ben Carson shooting his beloved mother gets promoted off the show. Do you promote somebody off something? You usually promote them on. Anyway,
on this show, you get promoted off the show.
Off. Okay. And to a better position with some Democratic think tank that specializes in lying. I expect much more than from a news broadcast. I thought that I had found a better alternative to Fox News. I am going back to where they do not spew such false vitriol for the Republican candidates or anyone else for that matter. Okay, so let's discuss this quickly. While you were away,
I heard.
Nomi Khan filled in for you. And while we're having a discussion, not a news broadcast, she said, "Well, Ben Carson may have shot his mother," which is false. Yeah. Yes, which we corrected on the air. I said, "I'm pretty sure that never happened before." The correct story is that he stabbed another student while he was school. He was 14 years old, and obviously then at that point realized that was a turning point in his life, and then became one of the great neurosurgeons
became a
of all
very
time.
different person. But I would say this to David: people make mistakes, David. I don't think that Nomi meant to intentionally lie. So maybe you can get past it. We did set it straight here. I know mistakes happen. It's the nature of live television. Sometimes you think you heard something that you heard incorrectly. We don't like it ever being wrong here, but it does happen sometimes.
That's true. That time I said I was a hockey goalie for years and years.
I don't know, you lied.
Yeah, you lied. I meant on my pond league, not in the NHL, but we get these things mixed up. Anyway, Ricky, you take the next one.
All right, last week we asked if you had we asked you if Hillary Clinton has a problem with men. Did we ask that?
Yeah.
James says Hillary Clinton has a problem with men when she is asked a tough question and she plays the dumb girl role. For example, her server being wiped clean with a cloth.
Okay, and Alvin says it's like when she gets hacked and she, says what, with a machete? It's the same thing, same response. Alvin says Hillary just has a mean streak that is so big that it just shows through even when she's trying to be nice. That's nice. Go ahead, Rick.
And Don says Hillary is having problems due to people waking up. We usually don't find out if we elected a liar until it's done. She is an already proven liar before she's elected. Hillary's very popular with this crowd. Have you noticed?
Yes, she's
they
quite...
just love her.
These are the best emails that I think you guys have ever had. They're all of them right on the money. All of them.
They're very candid, is what we learned from our viewers. They don't hold anything back. There's no filter there.
Entirely. I mean, I'm not the world's biggest Hillary Clinton fan, but I wouldn't entirely agree that.
Do you remember the stories back when she was in the White House with Bill and the way she treated the staff?
Yes.
And the meanness streak goes back a long ways. Good charge.
The problem with some of these stories, I'm sure some of them are true. I'm not for a second trying to deny them, but I have found when it comes to the Clintons that a lot of the stories we get, if you really dig in, they really turn out not to be true. You have to look very closely at who's writing them. I'm not going to mention who I have in mind because he's a valued and frequent guest here at Newsmax TV.
That's why.
No.
I'm kidding.
That's why you always go back to the security people who's protecting them and ask what they think.
Well, yeah, if you can do that, that's right. I know they don't, and that is true. The Secret Service people who were assigned to her did not like her.
That's correct.
And that's been verified. I agree.
But liar is a strong word. We believe instead in saying invalid truths. We also asked you how you felt about 6,000 drug offenders being released from prison. Jason says, of those being released early, about 66% will be transferred to halfway houses. It is estimated that a number of these drug offenders who will perform life-saving open-heart surgery, safely land passenger planes in the Hudson River, or have any significantly positive impact on society will be in the low, I guess we could just call it 0.0.
Well, I think that's probably true, but that's not a reason to keep people in jail. If you are a non-violent drug offender and you've been in jail for 8 years, really, it's not time for you to get out.
If open heart surgery is the criteria for staying out of jail, we're all
in trouble.
Yeah, that was actually an issue that Republicans and Democrats are actually agreeing on, that prisons are overcrowded and that some have to be released as long as it's non-violent.
Yeah, it's just, they never should have been there that long.
What's that?
We need to start caning, and we wouldn't have a problem with the prisons
Singapore
being
style.
Wow.
That's
right. Bergdahl gets executed and caning. Wow. Good times here in America. Anyway, if you want to weigh in on any of the issues we talk about here in the show, be sure to send us your comments at newsmaxtv.com/comments. As you can see, we read them on the air. Yay or nay is next. Stay tuned. And in the wake of the recent school shooting in Oregon, President Obama is now threatening to enforce new gun laws through executive power. This is nothing new for our president, who has been, in the eyes of some, illegally exercising his executive power since taking office 7 years ago. With each action, critics say, he is fundamentally transforming the foundation of our great nation. This is precisely what Dick Morris predicted in his best-selling book, Power Grab. Morris's spot-on forecasts have been reconfirmed as Obama racks up one major coup after another in his unrelenting assault on free Americans. And there's more to Mr. Obama's power grab as he rushes to jam through as much as he can get away with in his final months in the Oval Office. Power Grab examines the key targets that the president is likely zeroing in on right now as he charts his final moves. Be sure to get your copy of Dick Morris's best-selling book, Power Grab, by visiting powergrab411.com or by calling 1-800-210-9072. That's 1-800-210-9072. More of the Daily Wrap straight ahead.